Here's the attachment. It's bolted in with the bolts that came with this rig.
Here's the real test. 130 feet. We're gonna see how far we could get.
Hey everybody,
Hi guys.
Sean and Allison McManus here from Spoken Garden. Hey, today we are going to set up and get this Vego retractable hose operational. This was sent to us by Vego. Thank you, Vego.
Yeah, we're really excited about this because we're gonna gift it to my mom and get it set up. And so today's like a DIY day. Sean's gonna build this really cool thing we'll show you in just a minute. And this is gonna make it so much easier for my mom to water. Her yard's really long and big, you know, kind of spread out. And the hose we got last time, a couple years ago, is really heavy.
It's construction hose.
It's like heavy for us too, and it's just like, it's a tripping hazard, and we can't have that anymore.
No, we thought it would be really tough and durable for her and for us to use for, you know, many years, but it just got to be too heavy. So this is going to be a great alternative. All right, guys, this is the Vego 130-foot long retractable hose. We got green. It came in green color here. Here's the hose. It retracts just like that. It's kind of like your seatbelt in your car, or even like controlling your blinds where you got to click it on a certain angle, just pull on it, and then it retracts in. Same thing. So what we have here is, here's the whole casing, and we can pick it up, use it like this. What happens is here's its little pivot point that it goes on. This is what it rests on, it cradles on. And here's how it pivots. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Well, let me back up. First, what a lot of people do is they get a 4x4 post and they sink that in the ground, and then they put this up to it and they cement it in or put a bunch of rock into it, and it just swivels off that and they're good to go. For our circumstances here, for our uses, we can't put the post in the ground. We need it to be more versatile and be able to move it around. We have a tight space over here, which we're going to show you in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away a piece off just a general pallet, and I'm going to build off from there this sled to then take and put this onto, and then slip this onto, and it'll operate from that. Really quick, before we show you the materials and how we're going to build this, this Vego retractable hose comes with its pivot point that gets secured on by these holes right here with screws, and then it pivots off that, so it comes with that. And it also comes with a little baggie full of like quick connect couplers and a little bit of an on-off switch there, quick connect hose. That's pretty cool. And so there's a little bit more that it comes with. Here's the bolts that go in here that I'm going to use. And guys, it also comes with a 9-pattern spray nozzle. So that makes it really easy to switch between all the different watering needs you're going to have. Now, the materials here. So this is where our Vego retractable hose is going to come off of. We need to actually secure this to something. So right down here, I've got a 4x4 post that I'm going to cut to length and secure onto this pallet. What I'm going to do is, what I'm planning on doing is just taking like a piece of the pallet here. I'm not going to use the whole pallet. We could, because this thing weighs quite a bit. I think what I'm going to do is just take like this section and cut it off maybe here and there, and just use this piece overall with some posts coming up to secure this to, and then some support posts off of that. And I'll probably build some rails or sleds on the bottom, so this is easily movable, because that's why we want it. That's why we're building this. And this should sit right here on this, and it'll pivot a little bit, but this thing will be really easy to move around. Now, you're probably wondering, well, if this thing weighs so much, how's it going to stand upright, and how are you going to keep it in position if you're pulling on it? It's a great question. So this platform right here, underneath this right here, this is going to have some cinder block or other type of rock on it that'll be easy to stack and move on and off of it, and then that way we'll be able to weigh this down and get it to stay in place while we use this hose. Now we're moving over here to this tarp because there's a couple puppies that live here at this house, and we want to make sure that when I make my mess, I'm making all my cuts and drilling and whatnot. We don't want to leave a mess for the dogs to get into and eat and possibly get sick from. So we're going to build everything on this tarp. here we are. Here's our sled. You can see we got it up on here. Here's the attachment. It's bolted in with the bolts that came with this rig, and the rest of it is basically all just scrap wood and that pallet. This still pivots like this. You can see it kind of, the weight kind of distributes okay on here, but the whole idea is to now put weight on here, and that will keep this extremely stable. So here, just give me a minute. So we'll do that right there. And then we'll do that right there. There we go. So excuse the dirty cinder block there, but this is what I had envisioned for this. And you can see now that weight, it doesn't shift anymore when you do this, when it goes side to side. So, and this is movable. We can take it from the backyard, put it in the front yard. There's no concrete, so this makes it a lot more versatile in the garden.
So you guys, this is where it's going to stay. This is taking the place of the old hose that obviously the spigot's right there. It has a little connector. So you have what do you think, honey, about like, what, 8 feet maybe?
Yeah, about.
So here's the real test. 130 feet. We're going to see how far we could get. We're going to measure. I'm going to go right over the works area here. We're going. Now our previous hose was what, 100 feet? We're running into plants here, so interesting. So this might be a 2-person job, just so we don't hit our plants right there. But we need to make it back as far as our plants, which are way back here. All right, you guys, so that is a wrap. Sean, you did an awesome job.
Thank you.
I know my mom is super excited. She's already tried it out.
I hope she likes it.
Yeah, she will. It's going to be so much like safer around the yard.
So let us know if you have any questions about what we did, how we did it. It was really fun to make that sled and that whole thing. So yeah, and thank you again, Vego, for sending that to us.
Thank you. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be using it around the garden. We'll show some more features of it coming up soon. Stay tuned for our next video.
Yep. And until then, we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.